Hello everyone, my name is Olectralab and welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel, depending on whether or not you've been here before. And today I'm back playing some Minecraft. It's been a long time since I played Minecraft, but I'm back in the Minecraft world. It's currently released 1.21.10, I believe, and it's the Copper Age. It's actually one little hotfix past the Copper Age, which is 1.21.9, and I thought it would be fun to go in and do some coppery things in a brand new hardcore world. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new hardcore world. We're just going to play until I die. And that'll probably be the end. I'm not exactly sure if this is going to split into multiple episodes or just be a one-off. Not really sure. I'm just going to call this Coppery Goodness. Or something. Coppery Goodness? That sounds like a good title, right? Coppery Goodness. I'm gonna title it that. It sounds like the flavor of a very specific brown-colored ice cream that's got hints of gold that make it slightly coppery. For world settings, I'm just gonna leave everything at default. What is this? Game rules. I'm not gonna touch any of that. I think I'm gonna play some vanilla Minecraft, but update 1.21.10. This should be fun. We shall see what it's like. I've heard there's a copper golem, I believe, and also copper chests, which is a whole bunch of new stuff's been added. I believe copper armor, copper tools, copper horse armor, I think, is even a thing now. And I think there's even like some sort of a spawn egg. You got to wax the copper golems. I've done a little bit of watching, a little bit of snooping from far away, but I haven't actually played. So this will be interesting. I'm gonna muck around, and probably the ultimate goal of this world is probably going to be getting to copper as fast as possible. So we'll see how this goes. It's taking a little while to boot. I am running on a bit of a burner PC right now. One of the many burners. So it's a little laggy. Actually, this is incredibly laggy. I'm not sure what is wrong with this. I'm going to toggle some settings. Alrighty, we're back in the game, and I've relaunched the entire game and changed the amount of RAM dedicated from 2 gigabytes to slightly more than 2 gigabytes. As I am playing on an absolute potato of a PC, we shall see how this unfolds. Just going to go ahead and get some dirt, because everyone knows that the first step to having a good run in life is to gather as much dirt on people, dirt, as you can in Minecraft, of course. Actually, I cannot deal with this setting. For some reason, I changed the smooth lighting to off, and I just don't like it, so it's going back on. Also, what's up with this FOV? Quake Pro. Always Quake Pro. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we get the necessary 19 dirt that we require. Then I'm going to run over to this tree and do the absolute noob thing that every single person who's ever played Minecraft does after watching a single tutorial online. I'm going to punch this tree just like I did in real life one time, very much hurting my knuckles. But then I did it to a weaker rotten tree, and it fell, and I felt very cool. Once we've got all this wood, I think I'm going to go and head over to that copper which I saw in the middle of the ground. I'm going to have a go at mining it out of the ground. We've got 3 copper here. That's pretty much the main thing of this world. The world's called Coppery Goodness. So we're going to maximize the amount of copper we can possibly get out of the world. I think the main thing we're going to be going for is copper. It's back to Solomon's copper mines. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and grab a pickaxe. I'm going to go straight to stone tools, and I believe we can actually make copper tools now. I'm not entirely sure what the limits are as to what exactly the copper tools are capable of breaking. I don't know if you can mine like diamonds with copper or not. Probably not. I think you could probably just mine iron. So it's kind of like an unnecessary step in that regard. But we've already got 13 just to thanks to how much essentially what is fortune enchantment, except without having to get the enchantment, is like with copper ore. I'm going to go ahead and craft myself a little furnace here. And you know that the main priority, because it's Coppery Goodness world, is that we're going to get some copper. While that's smelting, I'm going to go ahead and get some more stone from over here. Might have a wee look around. It looks like we're on an island with some sand, very similar to my real situation. Go ahead and get all of this. What is this new item we've got? Leaf litter. Apparently I've picked up some leaf litter. Not sure where I did that. I don't know what you can use that for. Maybe it'll be in a useful crafting recipe sometime in the future. I'm going to get some sugar cane. Everyone knows that the first sugar cane you must replant. such that sustainable ecosystem is maintained. I'm going to go and head back over to the furnace. We should have some copper by now. I'm kind of dying to make something out of copper. Can I make some copper booties? Or is that irresponsible? Should I? I should probably get some more sticks so I don't have to break another tree. I'm going to get an axe. I'm going to make a copper axe because I'm pretty sure that this is going to be slightly faster than a stone axe. But I'm not entirely sure. I haven't tried this before. This is my first time ever crafting a copper axe. I'm a copper axe beginner. Go ahead and get that. That was pretty fast, actually. I think that's faster than stone tools. Oh my goodness, look at our luck. There's a village right over here with some lovely friendly villagers. We can go ahead and chop this tree down here. Hopefully we get some saplings so that we can replant and we don't end up with a deforestation, desertification of the entire island. I'm going to head over to my little furnace now. We should have a little bit more copper ready to go. And I'm pretty sure copper armor is pretty good. It's better than leather, and I think it's better than chain. I think. I'm not actually entirely sure about that. It'd be cool if they added copper buckets, although I don't know if that'd be a cheat or not. Because, like, maybe you could get a copper bucket, right? But, I don't know, maybe it breaks. Maybe it has durability. That'd be a cool feature. If they added copper buckets, and they're kind of like an iron bucket, except they have a durability bar. Like, you can only use the... And that would be the trade-off for the cheap copper bucket, because copper's like super common now in the world. So it would kind of make sense that it gets like used up, and then that's like the compensation that you get for using a bucket that's super cheap. Here we go. We go ahead and get a little bit more stone right before we head over to the village. I might, if there is a Fletcher, I know that we've got gravel here. So actually I shouldn't have broken that. I should have crafted a shovel first. Silly me. Going to go ahead and make a copper shovel. This is my first ever copper shovel that I've ever crafted in all of Minecraft. I'm an absolute noob. Here we go. We need 2 flint. Probably actually 3, just for a flint and steel if we want to go to the nether later. I'm going to go ahead and grab just enough flint that we can get... actually no, we might want just enough flint that we can get a couple of Fletchers, because that means that we can stick trade. And if we stick trade, we can get them green emeralds and play the fiat currency game until we have enough emeralds to buy something of value. Go ahead and get all this. I think 7 flint's probably enough for now. We don't really need that much flint. We probably could have just done with 2 actually. And I could have just come back if I needed more. Anyway, we're headed to the village. I'm going to see what's going on over here. We've got some lovely flowers. Look at these delicious, tasty, smelly looking flowers. I bet they smell delicious. Although I'll never know because it's Minecraft. I don't have a hoe on me, so I'm not going to bother with the hay for now. This guy wants leather. I've got a tanner and another tanner. Looks like we've got a leather cap. I feel kind of bad actually. I'm not going to steal anything from these chests. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave a flower in the chest as a sign of peace. I'm going to move on to the next house. I know you're supposed to probably loot the village, but it feels kind of like committing robbery. And I don't particularly want to commit robbery. I'm pretty sure that would be universally looked down upon by everyone in the village. Although, is that a saddle? You know, if you think about it, if I put some copper in the chest and maybe some flowers, they would understand my taking of the saddle, because then it's not really robbery. It's more of a trade. And then I would feel even better about it if I left a valuable item in the chest. Actually, no, I don't feel like leaving that. You can have my wooden pickaxe. It's very valuable, I assure you. Maybe even a flint and some leaf litter. There we go. I feel slightly less bad about taking said saddle. It was a trade. It was a trade. A trade that only one party was present for. Just like that time that I was staying in a house and some certain sisters swiped my Legos and replaced them with other Legos while I wasn't looking, and then pretended like nothing happened. But I noticed the whole thing. Alright, we've checked most of the buildings. I'm going to go ahead and check this last building over here. There's nothing much here. There's only 2 things with chests in here, and neither of them had particularly amazing loot. I'm going to go ahead and take down this tree. Sorry to whoever planted this oak tree 50 years ago. I need it for lumber. I'm going to make a nice mahogany table out of oak wood. I'm pretty sure that's actually not how it works. Like, I can't do that, but you get the idea. Oh, was that a horse? We should do best friends forever. What should I name this horse? I'm going to name this horse Hector. Just like the horse that I rode recently up a hill. Your name is Hector now. Except you're in Minecraft instead of the real world. Come on, Hector. We can be friends, surely. Let me ride you. I will make friends with you if it is the second to last thing I ever do. Come on. Come on. Can I bribe you with some hay? Oh, there we go. Just the thought of hay simply convinced him. I have a saddle too, which means I can ride my trusty steed around. And I believe we can make copper horse armor now. I'm not sure if we can craft... I think we can craft it, but I'm not entirely sure. I haven't really checked. I'm not really sure what's been added to the game exactly. Just in case you die, I'm going to take the saddle. There we go. Looks like the town center's over here. Do we have any Fletchers? Any Fletchers in the town? Is there anyone who trades in cheap sticks? I'm not going to go... Look at this guy. This cleric is essentially ordering a hit on these zombies. There's 32 rotten flesh that he wants for a single emerald. That's a terrible deal. No mercenary would accept this trade. What's this guy? He wants leather. We're coming over here. There's another house we haven't explored. My goodness, we're getting lag spikes over here. It looks like we're coming to the end of the first day. Has it already been 10 minutes? Or is it 20 minutes? How long is the cycle? I forget how long the cycle is. Is it 20 minutes for a day and a night? Or is it 20 minutes for just a day and then 20 minutes for a night? It's been so long since I played Minecraft. Oh, like properly played hardcore stuff. Oh my goodness, is that a bundle? I'm going to pretend that this flint is worth the cost of this bundle. And if I take these potatoes and I only take half of them and I use them to plant crops in your town, I think I will be excused for the small amount of treachery that I'm committing by taking these out of the chest without asking you because you cannot talk. Go ahead and take this hoe. I'm going to make a sword. What else do we not have? I feel like we're missing a critical element of the tool stack. Check, 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 check. No, we've got everything. It's just... it feels weird because some of the items are in different material. Sorry, good sir, but I'm going to have to borrow your bed. That's the conclusion of the first day. I don't know if this video is getting a little long or not. We've been playing for 12 minutes. If you're still here, congratulations. You have exceptional patience for the average person of this generation. I'm going to go ahead and skip everything inside here because we've got a no stealing policy. 1, 2, 3... Oh my god, I used a shovel instead of the hoe. This hoe is... alright. I have a feeling the copper hoe is probably better just because it's shinier and the stone hoe is not as shiny. I'm going to plant some potatoes. I've got a seedy place now. Now I've got some sustainable food growing. That'll get me on a government watch list. I'm growing my own food. Here we go. What are you going to do about it? You can't stop me from growing potatoes. You know, one time I made a video about raised gardens in the backyard. It got instantly age restricted and flagged and demonetized. I guess self-sustainability is pretty scary. I'm going to go over here. Oh no. Lag. Lag. There's so much lag. This must be the librarian's house. Cleric's hanging out with the librarian. Probably sharing some dirty secrets about whatever someone said in confessionals. Let me head over here and see if there's a brewing stand here. Is there a brewing stand? There is. Alright. Okay, I feel like we've delayed too long. We need to get some copper. The whole mission of this is to get copper and explore the new copper things. We already have a copper chest plate, which has 4 armor. That's pretty good. It's not amazing. I mean, obviously iron is still superior, but it's good. And I'm starving. I feel like I should have robbed the chest now, but I'm not going to steal from the village. I'm just going to take this chicken. I'm going to hunt for my own food, thank you very much. Now, I'm not really sure the rules as regarded to these animals. Do they belong to the villagers, or are they just animals? I'm not really sure. I could be a monster and kill this horse for XP. Which I'm going to do. You can hate me all you want, but I need leather to make bundles. And these horses gotta go, you know? We need glue. Obviously there's no glue in Minecraft. It'd be funny if you could get glue from horses in here. Like, maybe they drop a slime, but it's a different color. I'm sorry to anyone who's emotionally attached to these projections of imaginary horses within this little game. But you gotta remember, it's just a game. I'm gonna ride this horse over here, and I'm gonna go look for some copper, because we need to get some copper in order to begin the Copper Age. Alright, I'm just gonna find some copper. We're gonna try and get a full set of copper armor. And we'll try and see if we can get a copper pickaxe of some kind. I'm heading over here and I see that there's water, and I understand that if I bring this horse into the water, it will be a painful, excruciatingly slow journey across this small body of water, getting kicked off the horse while it tries to swim on its own, and it will not want to comply. So I'm afraid I have to do the bidding of Anakin and claim the leather of this horse that I just befriended. Wouldn't probably want to do this in real life, but because it's just a video game, I suffer zero consequences, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go over here, I'm going to get some chicken, I'm going to make some delicious, tasty chicken, and all you vegans out there can hate me, but it's just imaginary chicken. So joke's on you for getting your knickers in a knot for no reason. I'm going to chop down some more trees and commit some deforestation. Going to get some flowers. Birchwood. Did you know that actually you can eat like most of the stuff on a birch tree? If you can find a way to squish it down and mush it into an edible paste, it's edible. You can also drink the sap from a birch tree. It's non-toxic. But don't do it because it kills the tree. I'm going to go ahead and get this furnace. We've got a little bit more wood. I still haven't found any more copper. Please don't tell me we have to cross an ocean to find copper. I just want to find some copper. Looks like we've found a cave, but it's full of gravel and not a drop of copper to be found. We're clearly not on the Solomon Islands. I'm going to go ahead and climb this little gravel hill, just like when I was a kid and they're building a road, and I just loved climbing the little gravel hill and then sliding down it like it was a water park feature. I'm going to go ahead and get some coal over here. You would think that with the Copper Age update there would be more copper exposed on the surface, but I don't see any. So we're headed to the next island. It's kind of like a little adventure across the islands. I found a turtle! No way, I don't think you gain anything from killing them. You can't steal their shell. You have to only get the scoot from them, like having young, I think. Was it breeding them or something? I forget exactly how it works. But it's a whole long, complicated process. It's probably designed to discourage you from farming turtles. Looks like I've found some pigs. The traditional Orthodox Seventh-day Adventists are going to hate me for this one, but I need to eat. And this bacon looks delicious. Here we go. Got some bacon. And oh my goodness, is that a wolf? Is that a wolf? I think I've seen a wolf. Where is it? Oh, you're just adorable, but you don't have a bone, so I'm afraid you're going to have to be XP. Yeah, call me a monster all you want. Oh my goodness, are you attacking me? Are you going to attack me? Did you? No, you didn't see. You didn't see it happen. More XP. Here we go. Remember, it's just a game. Alright, wait, is there something broken? I feel like the wolf should have attacked me. But it didn't. Is that like a glitch? Is there a malfunction going on? I'm sorry, but I don't have a bone, so to me you're just XP points. There we go. You know, the durability on this copper axe is pretty good considering it breaks wood. Only slightly slower, I think, than gold. And gold breaks things faster than diamond, so this copper axe is amazing. I love this copper axe. Oh dear. Oh yes, we've found the copper fields. I feel like we've found copper fields. Surely there's copper. Is there no copper? My goodness. Wait, no, there is copper down there. I feel like David Copperfield, because I've found a field of copper at the bottom of a ravine. I'm now going to commit a deathly defying jump of faith. which would kill most people instantly. But not in Minecraft, because it's Minecraft. Here we go. Oh, come on. I'm stuck under a ledge. Here we go. Alright, we've got some copper. I think the goal of this episode is just going to be to make a copper pickaxe. Because I feel like that is the symbol of the copper mining, which is kind of the symbol of the Copper Age. We could have totally done it earlier, but I'm going to do it now anyway. And maybe some copper armor. Alright, we've got a furnace. And we've got plenty of wood, which I'm going to convert entirely into planks. Probably a waste. Probably should have thought about that, but I'm not too bothered at the moment. I'm going to make a new crafting table because I accidentally left mine in the village. I'm going to turn all of this cobblestone completely irresponsibly into a bunch of furnaces. And speed run the smelting process. I'm going to split the stack. I'm going to split the stack again. Come on, there we go. And we're going to split this stack and split it again. And we're going to get copper. And we're going to get some copper. And we're going to get some copper. And that should go pretty well. I could probably make a campfire actually. That would be more efficient for cooking the food. Then I don't have to waste fuel. Go ahead and put this campfire down. There we go. It's running. And we can go ahead and put our mutton from the sheep that we slaughtered earlier on here. We've got a bundle, so we may as well... Actually, no, we don't really need to use the bundle right now, but I'm going to put the junk in here. Anyway. Including the saplings. Not really junk, but kind of junk. Going to make some torches, because no doubt night will approach, and I did not bring a bed. Probably not the wisest decision. But we're going to pay for it anyway. Looks like we found some iron, too. Which means bucket. Which means that we can use the water bucket client. Climb everywhere. I like to call it the water bucket client because I think that the water buckets in Minecraft are so overpowered they're basically a hack client. I mean, you can literally defy gravity and fall damage and swim up a fish up a river like a salmon, not a fish, with just a water bucket. It makes you immune to Enderman. There's pretty much nothing that a bucket can't do. It's the key infrastructure of proper agriculture within the game. The bucket should be almost should be more of a symbol than the creeper. Here we go. Gone ahead and made a furnace. We're going to smelt this iron. It's going to be very tempting to make a chest plate out of iron, even though I've got copper already. Alright, I think that brings us to the conclusion of the episode. We're about to completely finish the tool set. We've got copper tool. Wait, can we get copper sword? Is there copper hoe? Wait a second. Here we go. I'm going to make the full thing. With this final item, my set is complete. And I think we've got enough to actually make a full set of copper armor as well while we're here. I think that copper armor could somewhat replace the need for iron. In the beginning game, because you have copper armor, right? It's enough to defend you. It's better than leather. There's not much of a point in upgrading to iron, unless you're like really going into combat. This is just sort of enough to get by. I'm going to craft a shield because everyone knows that skeletons will instantly kill you if you don't have one of these bad boys. I'm going to need a bucket because it's overpowered. And we need a flint and steel because it's a faster way of cooking your food. It's slightly unethical, but it works. Oh no, you've got to be kidding me. Copper sword. Time to test the copper sword. How does it work? Oh, we did it. We lost a couple of hearts, but we're perfectly okay. It's hardcore too, so big stakes were going on right here. A lot was at stake. My life was at stake here. I lost 2.5 hearts, and I've got no food. I know I've got a little bit of food, but I've got not much food. Gonna light this area up so I don't die straight. Oh, here we go. It'll be a test of my skills. Can I strike and then back away slowly? There we go. We've got some rotten flesh. That's 3 out of 32 complete for the dodgy hit request made by the cleric back in the village. I'm pretty sure these guys shoot a lot faster in hardcore. Like, you only have time to swing once, and then these guys are reloaded. Like, these skeletons, they've been watching Lars Anderson videos. There's no getting past them. And come down here. I think we've smelted everything. Is that all the copper? Yeah, that's all the copper. We've got some cooked pork. This will probably anger some people of traditional religion, but I've eaten the pork, and now my hearts have regenerated. And with that, I bring the episode to a conclusion. Thank you for watching, and have an excellent day, or night, or evening, or whatever time it is in the world. I hope you have an excellent day. Goodbye.